I've taken the same trade on the same stock 3 times in a row in 1 week, and it paid me every time. Not because I'm smarter than the market, but because I followed a system. And what matters more than that is that the members in my community are doing the exact same thing. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what they've been doing. I'm going to reveal the exact stock that we've been doing this on. I'm going to show you the free tools that we're using, the free scanners, the stock research, and I'm going to walk through the step-by-step strategy that I teach my paying members. Now, this is one video you're going to want to watch all the way through, because if you do, you will have a tool in your hands that will create income, and it can do it for the rest of your life, because this is not about a trade. This is about a repeatable income process. It's very important to understand that I'm not just looking at the next trade. I'm looking at where am I at 100 trades from now? Where am I at 1,000 trades from now? Where am I at in 5 years? My mission is to replace the income of 100,000 people. We just celebrated our first person being able to stop working and doing this full time this week. So 1 down, 100,000 to go. Now, most traders in here are looking for hot stocks, hot tips, but successful traders, professionals like what I'm training, we're looking for a system that works over the long term. Process beats consistency, and repetition beats prediction, and our system is all based off of statistics and probabilities, and we know where we're going to be. We're not looking for the next tip. So let's dive in with the steps, the 4 steps that you're going to need to do this. Number 1 is it's my scanner. My market scanner. Now let me talk about my scanner. I have been developing this strategy over the course of years. And the thing about my scanner is that I'm looking for strong trends, strong companies, and I'm looking for high premium. We're talking 200, 300% ROI trades. And the higher premium, the better you're going to do long term. The better the stock, the better you're going to do. And so step 1 is to go to my scanner and find the trade. No trade on the scanner, no trade for me. I don't force it. The next step number 2, is I go to my stock research tool, because I'm not going to invest in a bad company. We have to do trades on companies that are growing. And I have an institutional research tool. And when I call it institutional, because this is the type of tool and research that people pay thousands of dollars for, and I designed it for free so that you could use it and so that my members could use it, right? So I make sure that the stock is growing, that it has an edge or a moat, that it's beating its competitors. That's what I'm looking for. I don't take a trade on a bad company. Bad companies destroy long-term results, and I don't do that. Step number 3, I'm looking for trends, strong trends. We're looking for daily trends. We're looking for weekly trends, looking for charts that are above the 200 period moving average, charts above the 50, charts that are moving upwards. It's got to be a clean trend moving in the right direction. Again, why? Because it increases my probabilities. It increases my success rate. So look, if we have a strong premium, we have a strong company, and then we have a strong trend, those 3 things do what? They increase my probability, and I know long term I'm going to be successful. Okay? Right? Long term. Now, let's go to step number 4, and that is taking the trade. What type of trade is this? It is a cash secured put. Why? Because if it has the lowest amount of risk. Because if I lose the trade, I just buy a stock that I absolutely love. If I win the trade, I get to keep the money. If I lose the trade, I get to keep the money. If I win, I win. And if I lose, I win. That's called a win-win situation. And again, I'm not getting rich quick, but I'm making 1% every single week. If myself and my members make 1% a week, what's going to happen? We're going to replace our income with options, and we're going to see our lives changed. All right, so step number 4 is to go in and take the trade. And I'm looking for a 60 to 70% probability, looking for high premium. And let's talk a little bit about expiration. If you have a decent size account where you're close to your income goals for living, then I do 45 days, no problem. But if I'm trying to grow my account a little faster, I'm willing to take on just a touch more risk, not a lot, just a touch. And so I'll go to weekly, right? Because I always want to be able to take more trades, and I always want to be able to keep that cash flow going. And so when you're just starting out, sometimes weekly options are better. But once you're settled, do the 45 days. It's an hour a week. You don't have to look at it. It's easy. All right, it's simple. So those are the 4 steps: my free scanner, my free research tool, the trend, and then take the trade on an option trade. Okay, those are the 4 steps. Now, I said I was going to reveal the stock, so let's do that. All of my members have been in my members area have been successful with this. I have one member that is just recently successful, and they have replaced their income, and they're not working now. They're doing it as a full-time job. 1 out of 100,000, we're going to make this happen. I'm so excited. It's going to snowball. I just got the first one. The next one's coming, and then the next one. And so this is what I'm looking to accomplish. So if that is you, if you want to replace your income with options, let me know in the comments. Now, before I do reveal the chart, I want to speak directly to you, and that is, once I reveal it, don't leave. Why? Because after I reveal the chart, I drop some of the biggest keys to success. And I'm just mentioning this because it seems like every time I drop a reveal, people stop watching. Don't stop. Watch to the end. I'm going to show you exactly how to apply this and how to really make it happen. It's important. All right, now let's go. But anyways, the stock that we used was APLD. It's a great AI company. Look at the chart. You can see that Jim has been successful with this. Andrea, one of my faithful members, has been successful with this, and Willie has been successful with this. And this is just a few, right? Everyone that's following our system is doing this. And remember, there's different systems. There's different traders with different accounts, but we're all following the same strategy. Once I get a good trade like APLD, I'll trade that thing over and over and over again. I traded SoFi all last year because it was the hot stock of the year last year. This year it might be APLD. What if I just take the same stock all year long? As long as it keeps working, I'm going to keep trading it, and I'm not going to stop, because I'm not looking for a secret hack. I already have the golden key, and that key is going to unlock the door to freedom, and I want you to grab that key. And that key is that discipline creates freedom, thinking long term creates freedom, confidence comes from following your rules, and confidence comes from understanding that you can really replace your income if you go small. You got to go small to make it big. Most traders are so desperate for money that they're making massive mistakes. I talked to one person that was doing so well, and they thought, you know what, I'm just going to cheat and try to make $100. And they cheated the system, and they ended up blowing their entire gains for that month. The whole month of January totally shot because they wanted to take one shortcut. No, we can't do that. One shortcut can wipe out your long-term gains. Stop taking shortcuts and commit to the process. All right? This strategy works, and if you want to get started, click the link in the description. I have a free access to my course, the beginning of the course, free access to the tools, and free access to my community. And I'm really wanting to see you in there because I want you to be one of the 100,000 that replaces their income. How awesome would that be? All right, until next time, we'll see you in the next video. And if you loved this video, I've got a great video on how to create weekly income with weekly options. Just click that right now. It's on the screen. You're going to love learning about weekly options.